Community Service Award. And this is going to be someone that we all know, the City of Miami Beach Commissioner, Ed Tobin. Let's have a big round of applause for Ed Tobin. Ed is a great example of how the Hebrew Academy not only selflessly educates their children, but points out that you have to repair the world. And anybody that's involved with politics really must believe, and they have a lot of repairing to do. So I know that you're actually out there and you're doing your community service and trying your best. And I know you're a graduate of the Hebrew Academy, just like Dr. Rab is a graduate of the Hebrew Academy. It's so great to see people in our community who give back and come back to the school, and the circle continues. Tell us about your experiences, why Jewish education is important, and it's just great to have you as an honoree tonight.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I just wanted to make a few points if I could. I'm glad my mother is here this evening. Last week, after months of talking about this event, my mother said, you know, you never said it was on Tuesday. And my mother's 84 years old. She never told me that it was on Tuesday. And I said, well, Mom, you know, what's the, you know, it's Tuesday, you know, it's like every other day. And she said, well, Choi doesn't work on Tuesday. That's her hairdresser. So I said, well, Mom, you'll go on Monday. And she said, they're closed. So we looked at each other in the car for a while. And my mom looked over at me and she said, does it have to be Tuesday? That's a true story. And I'm glad you're here, Mom. My wife Yvette is here, and my son Jacob is here, and my brother Andy and his significant other, and my sister Lorraine. And I just wanted to thank Dr. Rab for his beautiful words, and the fact that Professor Alan Dershowitz is here. All of us know what great work he does for Israel and the Jewish people. You know, where you have a little tongue-in-cheek back and forth, but really, you know, Elie Wiesel said that if Alan Dershowitz had been around during World War II, that the future of the Jewish people may not have been so bleak during the Holocaust and during World War II. That's the man that is here. And it's an incredible honor and a privilege to share the stage with Professor Dershowitz. I'd like to also say that I'm proud to get an award with Shimmy, who everyone knows and loves, and Jeremy, who is out here. He's a black belt in karate. He's an author, and he climbs mountains. In addition, that's true. In addition to everything that he's being honored for, and Maura Eddie Arnofsky. And if you saw the team of women that put this together, and I only remember Leah, they were like a Mossad squad, and they were so concerned with so many things, and I got to see them. I was at the Hebrew Academy from 1966 to 1972. I was there from kindergarten through 5th grade. And I may have been embarrassed at some point in my life, but I'm not embarrassed to say that I had a partial academic scholarship at the school. I had the privilege of giving the Rohrer family and the Katz family and the Tabachnik family an award at Hebrew Academy a couple of months back, and I was sitting on the stage like the children that sang and performed for us. And I can remember a song, Take Me Back to Constantinople, now it's Istanbul. I mean, I remember these things, and I had a space suit on in kindergarten, and we shot it out into the auditorium. So I'm on the stage at Hebrew Academy, and the Rohrer family, the Katz family, and the Tabachnik family give very generously, and we're giving a very generous foundation for the Hebrew Academy. And as I sat on the stage and I was presenting him with this scholarship, I thought to myself, as I looked at all the beautiful young faces of the children like we saw earlier, and I said, you know, it's because of them that, you know, I am a better father and a better husband and a better person, because people gave me that opportunity to be at the Hebrew Academy where I may not have been able to, my parents may not have been able to afford it. So when Dr. Rab talks about, and Jeremy talks about, the fact that more than 50% of the students that go to the Hebrew Academy are on some type of help, no child is denied a Jewish education at the Hebrew Academy. And that's always been the way it is. Always. And so for the people from 1966 to 71, and I don't know if they're still alive or what have you, but I have a connection with them, and I believe that I'm a better person for them helping me to get a Jewish education. I just wanted to thank some people specifically who encouraged me. I've done community service all my life. As a teenager, we had ice cream parties for the retarded citizens of Dade, and I did these elderly programs, and I volunteered for the police department. I mean, a lot of things I've done. I did a summer camp, a sleepaway camp for children with cancer. I did a lot of things, and it all comes back to the Hebrew Academy. It all comes back to my Jewish education, the things that I learned at the Hebrew Academy. You know, about faith and about the Torah. Because of the Hebrew Academy, I know that my mother's birthday, January 27th, is the day that the Russians freed the people in Auschwitz. You know, because of the Hebrew Academy, when I go by the Holocaust Memorial on 17th Street, it gives me the chills every time I pass that. So that's what we're giving to our children, and that's the scholarship education that the children get because of the Hebrew Academy. In my public service life, I'm fighting contractors that quadruple bill the city, and I fight at the city, and there are a few people here today, Elaine Tobin, Mojan, and Robert Daniels, that encourage me, and their son Ethan did an incredible Haftarah last weekend for his bar mitzvah. Rochelle Malik, many of you know her. Rochelle Malik is an unbelievable human being, an unbelievable person. She loves the Hebrew Academy. She loves Miami Beach. She can't do enough for anyone. I am grateful that she's my friend and that she gives me encouragement. Her daughter, I know that I'm good in a minute, I'm winding up. Robin Malik, her daughter, is a beautiful person. Just a couple of people that are part of the Hebrew Academy family, that are part of my life, that I think that should be recognized. Robin and Baruch Jacobs. Robin is always there for me. Russell Galbett. Russell Galbett, who couldn't be here this evening. Russell, for 2 weeks, had his planes from his company flying back and forth from Haiti, which he doesn't, he does so much for the community. He does, he's always encouraging. He loves the city. Cy Eisenberg, I went to school with Jeremy Eisenberg. Cy, a former commissioner, unbelievable. And also the Hebrew Academy put me back in touch with Rabbi Elliot Perlson, who's here, a Hebrew Academy alum, a great rabbi and a great man. Rabbi Zweig and Rabbi Friedman, who I learn with, who I wouldn't have gotten back in touch with if not for the Hebrew Academy. So in closing, ask yourself what you wish for future generations. What do you wish for your future generations, for your children and your grandchildren? 50 years from now, 100 years from now, 150, 200 years in the future, what do you wish for? Do you wish that they're comfortable, that the state of Israel is protected, that there's not another Holocaust, that there's, the atrocities in Darfur or Rwanda, whatever it is that you wish for, you have an opportunity to you have a portal for the future. You have a portal to touch the future. And that portal is contributing your time and your money to the Hebrew Academy, to those beautiful faces of those children that have so much hope and so much potential, that they'll nurtured from the Hebrew Academy with the Torah that they'll learn, and the Torah, the moral values that they'll learn. You have that ability to reach into the future and touch things in the future. And I'm a perfect example, because the people that helped me from 1966 to 1972 are with me still. And they'll be with me, and they'll be when I teach Jacob and Julia about Jewish values and good things. So please, whatever you can do to help the Hebrew Academy, it is a force in this community. It is so important, and I'm proof of it. Thank you.
Great job. Thank you, Ed. It's okay. You did a great job. You spoke from the heart. Let's hear it for Ed Tobin. Special award tonight. Our Alumni Spotlight Community Service Award winner. And let's have a big round of